With over 86 billion neurons, 2.5 million gigabytes of storage, and over 50,000 thoughts per day, the human brain is truly astounding. Fear can feel good, if we're not really in danger. Not everyone loves scary movies, but for the people who do, there are a few theories as to why, the main one coming down to hormones. When you're watching a scary movie or walking through a haunted house, you get all the adrenaline, endorphins, and dopamine from a fight or flight response. But no matter how scared you feel, your brain recognizes that you're not really in danger, so you get that natural high without the risk. Catching a yawn could help us bond. The brain itself cannot feel pain. Although pain is processed in the brain, the organ itself cannot feel pain. This is why brain surgeries can occur while a patient is awake, without discomfort. It's so cute, I just was to smush it until it pops. That's called cuteness aggression, and people who feel it don't really want to crush that adorable puppy. Research published in Frontiers in Behavioral Neuroscience found that when we're feeling overwhelmed by positive emotions, like we do when looking at an impossibly cute baby animal, a little bit of aggression helps us balance out that high. Research published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology shows that even when you think you're doing two things at once, what you're actually doing is switching quickly between the two tasks. You're still focusing on one at a time. No wonder it's so hard to listen to your partner while scrolling through Instagram. We're convinced that the future is bright. Doesn't matter if you like where you're at right now or not. Most of us have an optimism bias that convinces us the future will be better than the present, according to research in Current Biology. We assume we'll rise up in our careers, never get divorced, raise little angels of children, and live to a ripe old age. Those might not all be realistic for everyone, but there's no harm in dreaming. Being lonely is bad for our health. Researchers found that the fewer friends a person has, the higher levels of the blood-clotting protein fibrinogen. The effect was so strong that having 15 friends instead of 25 was just as bad as smoking. Some people enjoy seeing anger in others. In one University of Michigan study, people with high testosterone remembered information better when it was paired with an angry face than a neutral one or no face, indicating they found the angry glare rewarding. The researcher said it could mean that certain people enjoy making someone else glare at them, as long the flash of anger doesn't last long enough to be a threat, which could be why that guy in the office won't let go of that stupid joke at your expense. We always try to return a favor. It's not just good manners. The rule of reciprocity suggests that we're programmed to want to help someone who's helped us. It probably developed because, to keep society working smoothly, people need to help each other out. Stores, and some frenemies, like to use this against you, offering freebies in hopes that you'll spend some cash. We, unintentionally, believe what we want to believe. Humans are victim to something called confirmation bias, the tendency to interpret facts in a way that confirms what we already believe. So no matter how many facts you throw at your uncle trying to sway his political opinions, there's a good chance he isn't going to budge. It's one of the psychology facts you'll just have to accept that you can't change. Memories are more like pieced-together pictures than accurate snapshots. Even people with the best memories in the world can have false memories. The brain generally remembers the gist of what happens, then fills in the rest, sometimes inaccurately, which explains why you insist your wife was with you at a party 6 years ago, even though she's adamant she wasn't. 95% of all decisions are subconscious. 95% of all decisions take place in the subconscious mind. This means that the vast majority of our actions and behaviors occur due to brain activity that lies beyond our conscious awareness. Told yourself you just quickly check your Facebook notifications, and 15 minutes later you're still scrolling? You're not alone. Part of that has to do with infinite scroll. When you can stay on the site without actually interacting and clicking, your brain doesn't get that stop cue. We'd rather know something bad is coming than not know what to expect. Researchers who published their work in the journal Nature have found that it's less stressful to know something negative is about to happen. Example, there's no chance we'll get to a meeting on time, than when we don't know how things will work out. Example, we might be on time after all. That's because the part of our brain that predicts consequences, whether good or bad, is most active when it doesn't know what to expect. If stepping on the gas will help us beat traffic, we'll go through that stress instead of just accepting that we'll have to come up with a decent excuse when, not if, we're late. When intoxicated, it can't form memories. When intoxicated, the brain is incapable of forming memories. So no, you didn't forget what happened last night. The memory simply was never formed. We keep believing things, even when we know they're wrong. Researchers in one science study fed volunteers false information, then a week later revealed that the facts weren't actually true. Even though the volunteers knew the truth, now, fMRI scans showed that they still believed the misinformation about half the time. It's one of the psychology facts to know that could make you smarter. It takes 5 positive things to outweigh a single negative thing. Our brains have something called a negativity bias that makes us remember bad news more than good, which is why you quickly forget that your coworker complimented your presentation but keep dwelling on the fact that a kid at the bus stop insulted your shoes. To feel balanced, we need at least a 5-to-1 ration of good to bad in our lives. I am Majid 2006, thank you for watching the video till the end. Now, if you want to be successful in romantic relationships and know more, subscribe to my channel. I made many tutorials for you. I will kiss you, my dear.